welcome to the session again. In the last class we discussed about the earth interior. In that we discussed about the earth crust, oceanic crust and continental crust, mantle and the core. So core is made up of the knife, that means the nickel and iron, whereas the oceanic crust made up of SEMA, that is silicon and magnesium, whereas continental crust made up of Cl, whereas that means silica and aluminum. Okay, so I'll give you a glimpse of it and I'll move on to the next one. So the first we discussed about the crust, and it is further divided into oceanic crust and continental crust. And after that we discussed about the lithosphere, which is spread across 10 to 100 kilometers. And after that we discussed about the mantle also. In the mantle, the topmost layer is made up of the asthenosphere. So that is what we learned about. It is a source of magma. And after that we learned about the core. The core is almost spread across 2,900 kilometers to 6,370 kilometers. The core is further divided into two types, the outer core and the inner core. And I also talk about the different types of discontinuities or the boundaries between the layers of the interior of the earth. So if you ask me that, this is boundary between the layers. This is crust, this is mantle, and this is core. Upper crust, lower crust, upper mantle, lower mantle, outer core, inner core. Okay, this is crust, mantle and core. Between the upper crust and lower crust, the boundary is called Conard boundary, discontinuity. Between the crust to the mantle, upper mantle, the boundary is called Moho discontinuity. Between the upper mantle and the lower mantle, the boundary is called Graffiti discontinuity. Okay. Between the lower mantle and the outer core, the boundary is called Gutenberg discontinuity. Between the outer core and the inner core, the discontinuity is called Lehman discontinuity. Okay, let's move on to the volcanoes and volcanoes types. We discussed about the volcano is a place where the gases and ashes and molten rock material escape to the ground, and it's further divided into different types of volcanoes based on the nature of the eruption and the form of developing the surface. Shield volcanoes, that means they forms like a shield at the top. Okay, largest of all the volcanoes, and they're made up of the basalt, and they're not most explosive in nature, they're very low explosive in nature. Okay, and they forms like a fountain while they throw out all the heat material outside the earth. Magma, I talked about the magma also in the last class, and what is lava. Magma is inside the earth's surface, lava outside the earth's surface. It is inside the earth's surface. Shield volcano, composite volcano. The composite mainly refers to the together. That means the composite volcanoes are the one which mainly consist of lava, along with lava, large quantity of pyroclastic materials, that means temperature based materials, and ashes. So pyroclastic materials, ashes and lava, these all comes together forms a volcano, that we call it as a that accumulates on the vicinity of the volcano, vent of the volcano, just like this. See this is the material which spread on the volcano, vicinity of the volcano. So this is called composite volcano because it is a composition of pyroclastic material, ashes and the lava. Next, caldera. So caldera is most important when on all the volcanoes. These are the most explosive of the earth volcanoes. Okay, so they are the most explosive earth volcanoes. When they usually explosive, they collapse on their itself and forms a structures of tall structures. The collapsed depressions are called calderas, The explosiveness indicates that magma chamber supplying the lava is not only huge but it is also in a close vicinity. That means the magma is very close to the earth's surface, so that it forms a tall structures or the very high explosive in nature. Okay. Flood basalt province. What is flood? Flood means highly in nature. Floods, just like a water, no? When the rains have happened, the floods happen. That means a very high amount. The volcanoes outpour highly fluid lava that flows for longer distances. These are called flood basalt provinces. That means a province means place. Okay. Example, Deccan traps covering the most of the Maharashtrian plateau and the larger flood basalt province. Next, mid-oceanic ridge volcanoes. Mid-oceanic ridge volcanoes. That means it is in the ocean areas. The volcanoes occur in the ocean areas called the mid-oceanic ridge volcanoes. The almost depth of mid-ocean is more than 7,000 kilometers long. That stretches through all the ocean bases, just like this. This is a ridge. Okay, this is the ocean. Let us assume this is the ocean. In between there is a ridge, almost 70,000 kilometers spread across. Okay. Next, these are let's discuss the landforms which formed by the volcanoes inside the Earth's surface and outer Earth's surface. So far, what we discussed is the outside that surface. Let's discuss the inside of that, intrusive landforms. That's why you call it the inside. Intrusive means inside of the Earth's surface. So, the first one, I'll show you the diagram and then discuss about it. Okay, batholiths. This is called batholiths. Batholiths are the magmatic material that cools in the deeper depths of the crust, and it forms like a one layer. Okay, so whatever the magma is there inside the Earth's surface, after some point of time, they cools, they forms like a batholiths. Remember bathtub. Bathtub, how it looks like? Just like this, na? So it also forms a layer like that in the Earth's surface, in the Earth interior. So they appear on the surface only after the denudation process remove the overlaying materials. That means after all these materials are denuded, then only it will appear, otherwise no. Okay. These are called granitic bodies. After point of time, they becomes a granite. These batholiths become a granite after point of time. Okay. And this is because of this cold chambers. Okay. When we go down, no, the pressure, and because the pressure and temperature changes, this becomes a cooled chambers. Okay. Next, lapolith. Lapoliths, like these are also like a horizontal. They move in a horizontal direction. I'll give you an example. Let us take this as a Earth surface. Okay, and this is made up of like this. Lapoliths are the like lava that moves upwards like this and moves in a horizontal direction wherever it finds a weak plane. Suppose there finds a weak plane, it moves like this, it forms a horizontal direction. Okay, just like a saucer shop. Saucer cup, you know that saucer cup? Saucer and tea cup. Like this, it forms a saucer cup. Okay. Okay, these are called lapoliths. This is only lava. I'm talking about the lava only, how it moves and everything. These landforms are based on how they move to the surface and what are the structures they formed it and how it forms. Okay, now foccolith. Foccolith is a wavy mass of intrusive rocks. Okay, wavy mass, that means it forms like this, just like a waves. Okay. Next, sills or sheets. If you see that here, you can see that sills. Sills and sheets are the horizontal bodies of intrusive igneous rocks. That means a magma when it is cold. But what is the difference between the sills and sheets? The thinner ones are called sheets and thick horizontal deposits are called sills. Okay. Okay. Now dikes. Dikes just like a spikes, you know. So when the lava makes its way through the cracks and fissures, it developed in the land, solidifies almost perpendicular to the ground. I'll show you how it looks like. So dikes, these are called dikes. So these dikes are just like this, perpendicular to the surface. Okay. See here. Okay. So it gets cooled in the same position to develop a wall-like structure called dikes. Okay. Whatever I told you about this. This is all about the intrusive forms of volcanoes. These are very important. Lapolith, just like a saucer shape, remember. And Foccolith, just like a wavy mass of intrusive rocks, remember. Sills and sheets are horizontal bodies, and dikes are the perpendicular in nature. Okay. And I'll show you some diagrams so that you can have a brief idea of like different types of volcanoes. Let's discuss. These are the actual volcano, looks like the cinder cone. Cinder cones are like a ovular shapes. Okay. Only single vent you can see that in the cinder cones. And whatever the materials that comes from, this comes from this pattern. So only single cone you can see. Composite volcano, here you can see that steam and ash, crater, flowing lava, and alternating layers of lava and pyroxene material. These are all composing together called the composite volcanoes. Where the shield volcano, this seems like a bowl shape or the shield shape, as I said that. Okay. And the gentle slopes are made by basaltic lava flows. These are the basaltic lava flows. Okay. And low viscosity and low explosivity. The shield volcanoes are. The cinder cones and the caldera are high viscosity or the high explosive nature. These are the lava domes. Lava domes, that what I discussed just now. So the intrusive forms of the lava domes. The batholiths, laccoliths. Batholiths are the magmatic material cools in the deeper depths. Laccoliths are the long, large dome shape. Remember, laccoliths, dome shape. This one, the dome means like this. Saucer means this. This one is called lapolith. This one is called laccolith. Okay. So this is all about the interior of the Earth's surface. With this, we are ending this session at this moment, and next section we will discuss about the climate, composition, and structure of the atmosphere. Okay. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the Safa Center for Learning. This is me, Rajkumar Kujuri. Thank you. Thank you.